Well, hello there, Taurus, and welcome to your channeled intuitive forecast from the Gasmic Tarot. This is a general reading as we expand on the energies for this forecast for the end of October, beginning of November 2021. Thanks. Wow. Okay. General reading. Take what resonates. Leave the rest for everyone else. Not all the messages are for you. Okay. So we have some foundational cards here that we'll put out. As I have a sip of my Americano. And then we'll get started. Hey, if it does resonate with you, if you want me to resonate with your energy, if you want to claim the reading, throw a comment below the video. Wowzer. This is going to take up the whole plate here. Okay. Amazing. Okay, alrighty then. Let's get started. Oh, by the way, thanks again for your likes. Thanks for your subscribes. Thanks for telling me where you're watching from. Always get a kick out of that. But thanks for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. All right. Wow. All right, so we have the Hangman. What do you think this is about? Boy, oh boy, hanging out, right? Well, this is also about surrendering. Understanding that divine timing and your timing isn't always the same. So, which makes sense. We're coming, we're just out of the Mercury retrograde. We're just going forward. We're not at full speed yet. So just having some patience when it comes to the things that you want to accomplish, spending time with the Four of Air, still at rest, still recuperating here, all right? Which is really what happens with the Hangman. We hang out during the retrograde. It's our time to reflect and coming up with some, as you're healing, coming up with some revelations that will serve you in the future. And the Chariot, boy, I always think this is your card because it's about moving head first, just going and being able to really surmount the hurdles that are in your life, and you've done that, and you're moving forward once more. It's been a rocky road, and now the road is becoming a little more smooth, which who doesn't love that? So I see this final smoothing out end of October, beginning of November, as you're moving forward, and you're setting boundaries with the people in your life, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Your self-esteem is now solid, so that solar plexus chakra is solid as you're moving forward. I see expansion coming with the Hierophant. You're expanding your space. Some of you may be physically expanding the space. It's about expanding who you are. Physical, so like spiritual practice, maybe prayer or meditation, or maybe you're doing a chi movement, a routine that is expanding you as a beautiful spirit having a human experience. Not bad. You've got the Six of Water here, and I just love the water signs. They're always so informative about growth, and the Six is about going back and remembering a time in your youth when, that nostalgic time where you were happy over the smallest little thing and finding and regaining that childlike joy. So I just love these, the way that they're laid out. You've got the Hangman, you've got rest and release. You've got the Chariot. It's just delicious. You've got the expansion, and in order to expand, sometimes you have to come back to that childlike innocence. Well, and then you have the messenger of fire, as I like to say, fire. And this is about determination on the next thing, the new adventure. You've done your homework, you've released, you've done the hurdles, you're expanding, and now you're going full steam ahead. And this is about determination, innovation, innovative and independent creative thinking, headstrong spirited adventure. So some of you may be traveling in this period, but for the most part, I think it has to do with taking the reins on your own life, really moving into a direction that you're going to be more on the path, the journey that's best for your highest self. And you got the page, which is that commitment to prosperity. It's the first signs of the money, the tangible success. So whatever direction you're moving in is going to reap you benefits. And it's about putting your affairs in order, in a way, structuring your life. Sometimes when we clean our space, getting rid of the clutter in our physical space symbolizes also getting rid of the clutter in our spiritual space, our emotional space, our energetic space. So somebody's spirit's going, sure, clean your house and smudge. That'll get rid of all the clutter and that stale energy, maybe from the crummy ex or some negative Nancy's or Nates that have been in your place. So clean it up. And this is about structure and advice from someone that I'm seeing, advice from somebody, excuse me, who's going to benefit you. All right. So let's see what spirit, if there's any clarification that we have here from spirit, and I apologize for the smallest slippery deck in the world. Okay. All right, spirit. Am I going to have to pick? Okay, thanks. Don't have to pick them. Alrighty. Nice. All right, remember we were talking about that rest, whatever. The release I'm getting is some kind of conflict that you've had. But I don't think it was, for the most part of you, I don't think it was recent. Let me put that there. I don't think that this conflict was recent. I think that's something you've been holding on to. And I think you're finally going to be able to release that nonsense because it's not of your doing. That's why I'm calling it nonsense. But be able to release that conflict during this period. Finally. You know, this is some kind of misunderstanding, lack of agreement that you might have had with somebody over something that really wasn't worth having words over, but it's stuck in your craw. And that obstacle that is it was causing you some kind of obstacle for you to move forward during the retrograde, and I think you were going to be able to get rid of that during this period. The Tower is about change, you know, sudden change, and it doesn't take long to change. Somebody told me something a long time ago. They said, stand up. And they said, take a step forward. Now say the word new beginning. And I did. And they said, take another step forward and say the word new beginning. And they said, okay, now keep going. And with every step, say new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. And it was that day that I realized that every single moment is a chance for a new beginning, a chance for us to move away from that negative Nancy into the positive Patty. And that's the picture I'm getting. I'm getting that picture of me doing that exercise. And I see that for you guys as you move forward. And you've got strength, and the Spirit is reminding you how strong you are. So taking that strength, moving forward, here's the Chariot again, about moving into that positive patty territory, moving forward in your life in a way that's going to be happier for you, filled with more joy. And you deserve that, And then we also have the nostalgia card again, finding the joy by remembering delicious times from the past and taking that feeling to raise the vibration. Remember, again, what we vibrate out, we attract to us. Following the heart. Follow the heart in all you do. The joy will come to you. Also, the money will follow you, by the way. So when you're doing something and you have passion, or let's say you're cooking, somebody's showing me somebody cooking. I have a relative and we will cook the same exact thing from the same recipe. Exactly. Guess whose tastes better? Mine. You want to know why? Because they're angry and I'm not. I love cooking. And when you when you have passion for something, it looks better, it feels better, it tastes better. It is, it's a different experience. When you drudge, when you're dealing with that kind of anger, it comes out in what you're doing. Don't be angry. If you are. Not that saying that you are. Okay? But when you're dealing and people make us angry, take a step back and reevaluate. All right. World card. You've got the world in your hands. You're moving into a delicious cycle where you can reap the rewards that we were talking about here. Making the home the dream. Happiness and joy in relationships, especially relationship to yourself. Achieving your goals in business. You're building something. The architect is building something that is going to have a foundation. And reasons to celebrate. Celebrate you. Take that Calgon moment. But opportunities to get together with like-minded and enjoy, enjoy. I also see, you're having maybe you're invited to a party this period, but I see celebration. I see celebration gatherings for you. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Great reading for you. A lot more cards than I anticipated, but I hope the message is coming across for you. Enjoy the end of October, beginning of November, and we will see you soon.